Hey guys, I have an animation here with another video. I know that moved really quick, and I'm trying to move very quick because this is like my 12th take, and it's like a 10-minute video, or at least my last few ones have been. And I'll accidentally someone will walk in. I'm actually outside. I have a big family, and they're always kind of loud, so I decided to go outside. I managed to escape that while recording videos, but I'm outside right now. It's pretty cold, but I've got a fire. And someone either, accidentally walks in, or I have multiple times accidentally pressed the power button on my phone. It's very annoying, and I need to be done with it, so I'm gonna move quick on this. I've been working on it for hours. I don't know why it shouldn't have taken this long. It's just a quick video to spread information, but it has not seemed that way. Alright, okay, copyrighted, long time coming. I went into so much detail in some previous takes, but I'm done doing that. I'm just gonna make it quick. I've been copyrighted, and like I said, it's been a long time coming, and I can't promise that I'm going to redo it, because if you make videos like this, then if you're copyrighted, the video is done. It'll tell you a certain section is copyrighted, but when you fix it, it'll tell you a different section is copyrighted now. And it just goes on like that. And I even gave them the benefit of the doubt and changed the copyrighted section, but as I suspected, they gave me something new to copyright. So, something new that was copyrighted. And so I can't promise that it'll be redone. So many reasons that go into why I can't do it. I can't promise that it'll ever be done, but I hope maybe some point in the future. Yeah, like I said, I'm moving fast. I'm honestly starting to get agitated with making this video. Didn't think I would be. I normally like venting myself to something or someone, but that sounded odd. But normally it's nice to get my thoughts out because I like to do that. Alright, been copyrighted. Can't promise I'll redo it. 45-minute specials are really hard. I'm totally willing to do them, but they're hard to do, and for more reasons than just the extra 15 minutes. But, so that's mostly the reason why I can't do it, though. If it was a 30-minute episode, I probably could have redone it, but I can't promise this time that I can. Alright, next up, what my plan for the future is. I'll do the hardest thing, but for the first time in a while, I can't promise that I'll release it next weekend. It's been really busy for me at school, and it's only getting worse with midterms coming up. So, we'll see how it goes, but I don't know. And that'll be my final goodbye to Amphibia. Besides the video I release around Christmas, which will be Marcy's Guide to Amphibia. This is my schedule for the next little while. Thanksgiving, I'm trying to release them around the holidays. My Thanksgiving one, which will probably be released at the most, maybe a week after Thanksgiving. How Gladstone Gander is lucky, I love DuckTales. I've watched all the original, all the reboot, all Darkwing Duck, that kind of stuff, because I love those shows. And I decided I needed to make one. It'll be using footage from the original DuckTales and cartoons written for Gladstone. Alright, so I don't know when that's coming out, though. I haven't even started working on it, so I can't promise when it will come out. Alright, that's my schedule for the next little while. Alright, next up, how I make my videos. Okay, so I normally did my story of how I started YouTube, which is not like this complicated, interesting story. It's going to be a quick one, but I'm going to talk about how I make my videos first. Instead of showing it to you, I'm just going to explain it to you because I am lazy. So, start with writing your script. And people are different on how they write their scripts and how impressive they are writing the scripts. And I'd say my scripts themselves are pretty good. I wouldn't say they're amazing, but I'd say they're better than like medium spectrum. Which is not like bragging, I'm just saying I think my scripts are really good, and I am proud of them. I wouldn't say they're the best, but I am proud of them. So, writing your scripts is different for certain people on how they remember, which for me, I can't remember anything. I used to be amazing at it, like I'd remember 5 episodes, and I could write the script for all of them, and now I'm like, can't remember the scene right before the one I'm watching. And that's why I normally write my scripts scene by scene. So certain people are better or worse at that. And you normally go over it, proofread it one time, but it's not, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know? It doesn't have to be drafted multiple times and perfected. So once you finish your script, which takes different periods of time for different people, mine normally takes me, I'll watch the video 30 minutes, but since it's scene by scene, around an hour. And I know that sounds like a while, but the time kind of flies a little bit. And the script is really the hardest part. It depends what computer you have. If you have a computer or a Chromebook that's not amazing, then that makes the recording process so terrible. And I didn't have great recording processes with the end of my Chromebook days, which was only very recent. And so my videos took so long to record, which is why I recommend, if you can, a better computer or Chromebook. But if you can't, if you're willing to persevere, then good for you, and you really managed to do something. But it may take a while. But, you know, that's really the biggest thing. Like, some people are like, man, the script takes longest. No matter what, if you have a bad computer, that is going to be what takes the longest. But I get that a lot of people cannot get new computers and all that, so good luck. Wherever your position is, good luck. Alright, next up, once you've written your script, you can't just show animation the entire time, because copyright, I would have gone into how the copyright system works. I'd like to say I'm pretty good at it, but this most recent video probably proves that I'm not. But how you control copyright, which was something I was terrible at for a while, but like I said, I feel pretty good at it. But again, this video is really about how I got copyrighted, so don't take it from me. But for me, a good way to remain not copyrighted is the obvious. Each clip you show has to be like 5 seconds or less, and that's really important. And along with that, what helps is still image. And what I do is I take screenshots and I paste them in a Google Doc where I keep my frame for my thumbnail, which all I have to do there is take a good screenshot and paste it into there. And that's how I get my thumbnail. And then I also have my outro on that Google slide. And I will take the screenshot for the still image that I want. That is how I used to do it, though, because with the new computer I just got, it will not allow me to take screenshots on Disney+. So what I have to do is, I have to underline parts of my script that I want to be on the still image, and then I just find that still image while recording. And that is the best way to do it for me, but it is your choice. So that's how I get that done, and like I said, I just talked about how I make my thumbnail. So that's how all of that works. And I'd say it's a pretty good process. It'll take about 1 hour for the script, and it does not take long to do the underlining. But all in all, like creating my slide, yada 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 yada, that'll take about 15 minutes. So we're at 1 hour and 15. It depends how long your script is. Mine is on average for my 4-minute videos about 600 words. I can get down, like, for my 2-minute videos, they were like 400 words, and my 45-minute specials are about 1,500, and that's, it's pretty long, but, that's pretty much how it works for me. Yep, that's how it goes. Alright, so this is when you can record. And like I said, computer really makes the difference here on how it is recording. I used to have to re-record every single scene pretty much. And that's just kind of how I did it, but not anymore with my new computer. It's pretty simple. So all I have to do is record once, personally. And here's how I do it. I don't do what most people do, and if you can do this, this is what I recommend. You download the episode and you show the scenes you want and you narrate over them. But my editing service does not allow me to do this. So what I do is I record on Disney Plus and I talk over the scene, but it's not very precise and you don't know what you're showing half the time. So I really do recommend the narration thing. But how I do it, I get really lucky with it, and that's kind of how it works for me. So like I said, I'm lucky with it. So if you can, don't do it this way, but I think it works pretty well. But like I said, I do recommend the other way. They both are pretty easy, though, I'd say. If you have a good computer, narrating is a breeze, and you'll get through that pretty quick. It normally takes me, for an average 600 word, 4-minute one. All in all, I normally separate them into 15-minute segments, A and B. For Amphibia, it's pretty easy because they have two 15-minute segments. But when they're long episodes, like 30 minutes for like Owl House, or like 30 minutes for Amphibia that isn't a two-parter, I just split it into the 15 minutes. But all in all, that takes me about 40 minutes to record each half, so about 80 minutes. And then editing, I'd say, takes me about 20 minutes for each half. And so that's about another 40, so that's 122 hours, I'd say. So once you're done with that, you're at 3 hours and 15 minutes. And you're done recording, and you're done editing. You've got your perfectly shiny film with you. And now here's part the uploading. This takes about 15 minutes too. And I know that sounds like a little bit, or maybe sounds like not enough. It can take longer. The updating process is actually long, you know? You upload it, and it'll have the file name for the, name of your video, which for me, I always name the file, the name of my video, although I do have to add a few things that they don't let you put in a file name. But pretty much simple there. Then you write your description. For my descriptions, I don't go, today I'm talking about this. Normally for my descriptions, I write what happens in the episode, because I think that's a good thing to write for the description, because what's the point of saying this is what you're going to talk about when they already know that's what you're doing? So once you write your description, you go down to playlists, and you go to playlists, and it'll have the top ones or the most recent ones, which is normally, for me, Amphibia and Amphibia Analysis, which is the ones I normally need. So I just click on the top two, and then you have thumbnail, which actually I think is before playlist. And I already downloaded my thumbnail using a screenshot, so I put that on there. And then, man, this is getting long. And then I put my thumbnail on there, and then you scroll down and you say, is this for kids or is it not for kids? And I actually do put it's not for kids, because it's like I don't need it to be on YouTube Kids and all that, and I don't think that kids really are my main demographic. So, or at least not like little kids, because they don't really care about people analyzing their cartoons. They just want to watch them. In fact, they don't really, no offense, and I was this way, but they don't really analyze their cartoons that much themselves. So, half the time it's not like they're not, diving deep into it, because, they're smaller kids. So that's kind of, that. All in all, I say no, it's not for kids. And then you can even have more, which is like, there's so many options, but I always have to go to more so I can scroll down to put hold all comments for review, because, people have been doing some pretty bad things or used to comment pretty bad things on my videos. So I was, pretty mad about that. I tried to seem more, sad or, like disappointed. I was mad about it, honestly. It's disappointing. But, yeah, so I hold all comments for review, and then next up is video elements. This means you can add your closed captions, which I don't really do. I've done it before, but I don't do on like a daily basis, or I don't know, like a video basis. I don't know how to word that. And so I don't do closed captions. There's also cards, which is that little thing that shows up in the right corner that pops out at a certain time. I'll use that if I feel like I need to reference an old video, but that's pretty much it. Most of the time I don't use that. And then video elements, which means you can upload another channel, your own channel, a playlist, a video. For videos, you can have most recent upload, best reviewer, and specific video. and I normally do best for viewer and most recent upload. It'll let you import from last video, and that's what I do every time, and that is kind of the end of it. So once you do that, you press save and you move on. The next thing is checks, and you just kind of hope for the best that it's not copyrighted, which besides for this one, it's not. And most of the time, it'll tell you you're copyrighted before you completely publish it. It did not for this most recent video, which was honestly a pain to deal with when you think you're done, but you're not. So that's how that worked. And then you move on to save and publish, and that's private, unlisted, public, and scheduled. You may not know it, but most of my videos are scheduled. I don't just work on weekends, I work all week, but I'm normally blocked up with schoolwork, so I don't get that much done during the week, but I'll schedule my videos. You may notice that it says like, oh, this was released at 7 exactly, this was released at 8 exactly, 9, and so on and so forth. But even some videos will say like, this was released at 8:42, but I specifically designed it to be at 8:42. Don't ask me why I do that, that's just something I do. But that is how I do it. I schedule them, which I honestly don't enjoy that much because I'll have to wake up, and then I wake up pretty late on weekends, so it may already be published, but not always. And so I'll wake up and I have to go to each link of mine and, put in the link. But when you make it public automatically, what happens is that it'll give you links, and all my links besides my website, of course, are on there. And when you click on it, it'll already put in the link and the title of your video. Although it might say like hashtag YouTube or via YouTube, but that's easily deletable. So that's kind of the end of that, and it's a quick fix. So that's how you export your video and you're done. For me, I don't like to keep a lot of files, so I delete all my files, all my slides, everything on my script. I just have a script document, and if you click on your previous stuff, you'll see this long list of scripts that I've written, and I just kind of delete them. So that's how my script works. So I delete everything, I mark it off my tasks, and I am done. Yeah, so pretty sure I covered everything. If I didn't cover this, which it's been going around my head, I've been wondering if I did cover it or not. If I didn't cover this, I don't take screenshots anymore because my computer does not let me, so I underline the things I want on still image. And so when I record, I just go to the still image for the underlined things and speak for that. I don't know if I said that, so if it's been reiterated, that's my fault. Alright, all of this has been said. This is an 18-minute long video. That's really long, and I've just been talking to myself sitting outside, which is honestly impressive. It's 12:30. I like to take a shower at 12 every day, so probably should have done that. That's a really personal thing to say. Very odd. Whatever. That is the end of my video. I would honestly, on other videos, remake the video just because I said that other thing, but I don't want to make another 20-minute long video. So thank you for watching. I put all the information out there, so much of it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was informational, and I hope to see you next time.